everyone, it's Margaret Manning here, and welcome to 60andMe. This is the place where women over 60 come to be inspired. Now, our guest today is Ariane Poole. Ariane is a great friend of 60andMe. She has been working with us now for over 3 years, sharing her secrets about makeup, beauty, and skincare. I just don't think I've met anybody who has the scope of experience and just the intelligence and knowledge about it. So thank you so much for being here, Ariane.
Oh, Margaret, it is always a pleasure.
We love you here. Our 60andMe women, whenever they know I'm interviewing you, it's like, oh, ask Ariane this, ask her that. And
And I am really glad to share as well.
Thank
Definitely.
you.
I love the community.
Oh, I love you. Now, the thing is, we always talk about makeup, and we've done a few videos today on skincare, on the makeup and beauty and eyes and hot weather and summer, spring colors. But I'd like to talk to you about something else that I know you're passionate about and that you do very well and you know a lot about, and that is skincare.
Yes.
Now, of course, a lot of people would argue that having great skin and having good skincare regime is almost as important as great makeup. So I think you've got some secrets to share with us, some tips for, new products and cool things you've done.
I've got some cool products to show you, but I also want to just quickly touch about nutrition as well, because we were talking about nutrition as well. There are certain things that kind of speed up the aging. We all know about the sun and the smoking and you get all that kind of stuff. So we know about that. We don't need to be told. But things like sugar, and sugar not just in sweetie things. And I have to say, I'm very fond of a cupcake or two, especially with lots of icing.
Salted caramel, yes.
Oh, a guilty pleasure. So I'm there. But there are some things like the sugars actually do speed up aging. So does alcohol, because alcohol actually is sugar when it converts into your system and things like that. And things that I've been told, and I know that's true, like anything that's white, that refined carbohydrates and all of that. So all of those kind of things. So I'm very much a believer of what you put into your body. It reflects in how you age and how your skin looks. That doesn't say that I'm a saint, because last night we had pizza and I love pizza as well. But, I try to abide by that sort of 80-20 thing. So 80% of the time I'm really good. And then 20% of the time it's woohoo.
Oh, you have to enjoy your life as well. I know we had a fair here this weekend. It was International Food Fair, and the thing that I loved were these coconut macaroons that they made, and they put cinnamon in them.
Oh, that's very good for stabilizing your blood sugar.
They knew they were trying to balance it like sugar, but it has cinnamon.
Yeah, well, that's a very good thing. So if you are going to indulge in things like that. So when I had my pizza, which was a delicious 6-cheese pizza, again, not so great because it's dairy, I only had a couple of slices plus a big green salad to go with that, and not an overdressed green salad. So it kind of balanced it out. But it's really important. So I'm like I say, I'm very passionate about that. I know that we'll do another video at some point. But let's talk about skincare, because I've got a few things that I've discovered recently that I am just absolutely over the moon about. One is this product here, which is it's a product called Tri Balm by a lady it's a makeup artist called Frances Prescott.
Okay.
And it is a cleansing balm. Great if you're traveling, but also great if you're not. And it looks like a deodorant.
Ah, yes.
But when you put it on your skin, it just creamy and emulsifies, and it does 3 things. It cleanses, it exfoliates, and it moisturizes. But look how that works.
That's beautiful.
And if you add water to that, it just goes into this wonderful emulsion, and it just, it's divine.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
And it smells so good as well. So it's one of those things that I've discovered this, and it's been my go-to product for cleansing my face. It's a bit like a cleansing oil, but not as liquidy as an oil, so that it doesn't get all over the place. So sometimes with cleansing oils, when you're doing it kind of everywhere,
do you know
this is just...
That sounds beautiful. Tri Balm.
Tri Balm by Frances Prescott. Really, such an easy thing to take with you. So
that is cool.
It cuts out steps.
I took some coconut oil with me on my last trip, and I had to put it in a plastic bag, because even though I had a tight lid on it, it leaked a little bit. So do you know who does one similar to that? I don't know whether I'm sure you're familiar with Eve Lom.
Oh, Eve Lom. I didn't know that she did one of those. But
Eve Lom does. She does a balm like that in a jar. So it's not quite as firm as the one you just described, but it's the same idea. It it's like a creamy yellow and yellowy color. It liquefies when you rub it, and then you just massage it, and then you have a muslin or face cloth that you wipe it.
This is the same kind of idea.
Beautiful.
And this was great because, like you said, you put your thing in it. I had this in my makeup in my sort of travel bag.
Yeah.
Nothing moved anywhere.
I want to try that.
It was so cool. I really liked it. The other thing I really like is in my travels, which I also purchased because I have been out there shopping. This is an eye mask. But what's special about this eye mask is that it is just plain white one, but it's infused with copper, and and I don't know how they do it. And you wear it at night, and they say that it is supposed to help diminish fine lines. It doesn't get rid of them completely, but copper, we all know, is a really good thing. Yeah. They're putting copper into so many things these days. And I'm giving this a try, so I don't know yet. I've only had it for a couple of times, worn it a couple of times, but I love it in the summer, like this summer months for us, because I don't like the light coming through my window. So I do actually wear an eye mask, and I thought, well, if it's going to be sort of positive aging and helping me, hey, two ticks again. It does two things. So
show me that one more time.
Yeah.
It's called Me New Glow. And who is it by?
That's the company, Me New Glow.
Oh, New Glow is the company.
Yeah.
Okay. I would think it'd be great on a plane if you had, trying to sleep on the plane. I mean, just psychologically, it would make you feel better.
Exactly. I had it on the plane as well. Like I say, for me, I did it. I wore it in Vancouver, and I wore it on the plane coming back. I didn't have it, sadly, on the way going there.
Okay.
So I thought that was really good. But then I've also discovered these. We're talking about Sephora before in one of our other videos. These face masks, these hydrating face masks. And you look really scary. I'd love to show you. There's a picture that my daughter took of me. I looked like something out of some kind of sci-fi scary movie. But the difference, there was a firming one that I tried, and the firming one, I was like, oh my gosh, this really works. It temporarily firms your skin, and it was really nice. And this one is hydrating, so I really like that. They've got a pore tightening one as well, which is this one here. Pore tightening, which is good. And what I love as well, Estee Lauder do their advanced night repair, that stuff that's in the
serum.
They do a mask in the advanced night repair.
Do you know that one? That product, I mean, I actually, like I say, I can't afford to buy it all the time because it's not cheap. It's like $40 a little bottle. But that was the only product I've ever used that actually felt like it was helping my skin at night.
Well,
this is a mask.
Yeah, that's the mask. They win
so
many awards for this. So
I thought
that was a really cool thing. And then what's also good is that they do it in a little eye mask as well.
Oh, my gosh.
You don't want to have the whole face. If you just want to... look after underneath your eyes, and that's your issue. Exactly. Wow. So I'm thinking that was really good. And then what else have I got?
I was just to say, Ariane, that's a really cool idea if you are on a budget. If you're trying to limit, just be very focused on what you want to work on. I mean, for me, my eyes, I mean, they're beautiful eyes that have seen the world. I mean, I'm not going to yell at my eyes for getting wrinkly and old looking, but if you've got something that's going to help them soften, like that little eye, I would prefer to get that than the whole face mask.
Exactly.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, so there's certain things like how I've got really high coloring and everything. So for my big thing is it has to be something that evens out my skin tone. You have got your thing is with your eyes. So everyone has their thing. Somebody might be their eyebrows. Somebody it might be their cheeks. Something. We all have our different areas. And if you're gonna be on a budget and you need to spend only in certain areas, look at the area that you most are concerned about. Invest in that area, and then you can do the rest of the areas not so much, and you can do that, more. You can do it that way, which is really good. Now, there's a couple of other little things. I found that when I've looked at my body recently, it looks like lizard skin.
Very nice lizard. Very sweet, kind
nice lizard. Yes, lovely lizard skin. But you look at your legs, you think, oh my gosh, they look really dry. And I was really... And I do all the right things, the exfoliating. I use a moisturizing bath product. I do all of the things and it still was getting to me. And I happened to be in a drugstore in Vancouver, and I came across this. I know that they have this all over there, but I've never purchased it before. And this time I did because my skin was looking.
Oh, Aveeno.
Yeah. Now this one is really nice. This is the weirdest texture, and you use it while you're still damp. So when you're damp, you put this on. Let me just pour a little bit out.
Aveeno is very popular in Switzerland.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh well, this is what it looks like. It's just
Oh, it's like
really
a gel
liquidy,
almost.
and
Yeah.
it's like this weird texture. And can I just say, it literally transformed not
Wow.
just my arms, but my legs, which were the bit, because we don't have oil glands on our legs. We
No.
don't get,
Oh, we're
that
tights and
kind
all
of
those
thing.
stuff. Yeah.
Oh, and it was just, one of those things that you just think, I've got to tell people about this, because I was struggling, and I've tried
Wow.
so many other types of moisturizers, and all of them were just kind of falling short of what I needed them to do.
So read again exactly what it's called. Aveeno.
Let me get my little glasses on so I can
Because I want people to be able to go, because Aveeno, I know from my experience, has a lot of products in its product
Yeah.
line.
This one is called Aveeno Active Naturals with natural soothing oatmeal, and it's skin relief shower and bath oil. Now, you
Okay,
use
skin
it,
relief.
you can use it in the shower, and it's not a cleanser. You use it after you've cleansed your
Yeah,
body.
right, exactly.
And like I said, I was just literally blown
That's
away
great.
how good that made my skin look. And especially now we're going into the summer months and more of your skin is on show, you kind of want it to look the best it possibly can.
I love that idea. That's a great one. That's a really good tip.
I really
What
like
else have
that.
you found? You've got like Christmas, that treasure box here.
I know. I've been going wild here. You were talking about facial oils. We were talking about facial oil. This one here, this is a Sarah Chapman facial oil.
Uh-huh.
This is the night one, and it is amazing. You put it on, and you literally look like you've been sort of bloomed when you wake up in the morning.
Wow.
It's really nice.
What's
I love
it called? Sarah Chapman?
Sarah Chapman, let me get my glass back on.
Because I'm writing these down. No, I have become, over the last few months, in fact, since being in Bali, where there's a lot of facial oils that come from Australia.
Yeah.
That's, rose hip and vitamin C, and I really love them. I put it on underneath my makeup.
Rosehip vitamin C, fantastic. That is one of the best ones you can use. It's so good. Anything that's got. So this is called Overnight Facial, and I was given a little one to try, and I went out and bought the big size.
It looks good. I think that's a British brand, isn't it, Sarah Chapman?
It's a British brand, and it is. So she says, "Beauty sleep is no longer a dream," which I think is quite nice. But I was really impressed with that, and you can get it online and everything. So it was one of these things that's not just exclusive.
So Ariane, excuse me, is it an oil?
Yeah, let me put it on my
serum or both.
It's an oil. It's really
it's an oil. Okay,
it really is an oil, and it has got the most divine scent. You put it on and you just go, Can
you tell me what's in it, or just
I'm not sure, but I can smell
neroli. Yeah,
if I could say it properly.
I know what you meant.
I can smell that in it, and it is just delicious.
Cool.
And I've seen her interviewed, and she's really interesting. And she's put a lot of effort and work into choosing the oils that go in there.
That's what
yeah, so that, like I say, these are not given to me. I've gone out and purchased and researched them. So it's not like someone's giving me them and go and promote these. I'm sharing them with the community because I think they are so fantastic.
And that's what I love about you, actually. I love chatting with you, is that if you don't like something, you're going to say, and if you found something that's a treasure, you'll say if you're getting any benefit. I don't think you've ever done that, though. I mean, you have your own product line, which is fabulous, and you always share other ideas as well.
No,
so
if I purchase something and I don't think it's any good, it might be good for somebody else. So I will mention it. Say that. But definitely the things that I've tried they're really, like I say, I'm blown away by some of the ones that I'm showing you. They're my sort of recent discoveries. Now, another recent discovery is this thing called Triple Sec by Dry Bar. Dry Bar is an American company. They're based in LA. When I told my daughter I discovered this, who lives in LA, she's the one that said, they're an LA-based company, Mom. I already know who they are.
I've been using it for 2 years, Mom.
And I'm like, why was I not told about this stuff? I have got very fine, flat hair, and I hate it when it gets really flat, and especially when you're traveling. Now, they do a travel size. I bought the big size and the travel size. That shows you how much I wanted it. Yes. And what I like about it, it does a whole bunch of things. It texturizes, amplifies, and refreshes your hair. So if you are traveling, if you're flying, you know what it's like. You get off the plane and your hair is like that. It looks awful. And so I got this to zhuzh up my hair. And I'll just show. And it doesn't change the color, which I was really pleased because some of the ones that I've tried.
It puffs it up right away.
Oh, yeah. It puffs it up. It feels nice. It smells really good. And then you can obviously, I mean, I wouldn't leave it all puffed up like this, but then
That's kind of cool.
But you can brush it and smooth it and do all the things that you need to do with it, and it feels really good, and it doesn't feel sticky like a hairspray in your hair. So I just thought, there's other ladies that have got fine hair like me, especially as we get older, it seems to get finer and finer. And I just thought that was really, really cool. And then the final thing, is this.
I just love how you get so excited about stuff.
This was revolutionary.
Wow.
It's called Wow. It's a root cover up. So when we get our hair colored and things like that, our roots come through. I was doing QVC one day. It was a show that I didn't know that I was doing it, and they said, "Oh, can you come and do this day?" And I said yes. I had roots that were this big, like big, and my hair's white underneath. I have white hair underneath this red hair, and I went and bought this at a salon that I was doing a talk at, and I didn't really know how to use it. And when I got to QVC, the Today's Special Value was something else of the Wow brand, and the guy was there, and he showed me how to use it.
That was lucky.
That was so lucky. I mean, talk about a fortunate thing. And he was parting my hair, and the white was it was like incredible. But what I liked about this is it also, as we get older, we get those kind of, you see like here, I don't know if you can see that. You see that sort of...
a little thin patch?
Yeah, you get these little thin patches. So so here, so you take this and you go into it, and they do all sorts of colors. They do different blondes, they do different brunettes, they do different, and look at how that fixes that.
Oh, wow.
So your hair looks fuller and thicker, because we all have that. So for somebody who is blonde and you've got that sort of scalpy bit coming through, you can put your blonde one on. So it's not just for me. I mean, they did it only for touching up the roots, but when I'm doing things, cool. I can see like where your parting is much more obvious, and you've got those sort of patchy areas. You put that in, and it just makes your hair look like it's fuller and thicker. And to me, I thought that was, again, something really important to share. And it doesn't come off. It doesn't, if you got caught in the rain, it's not going to be down your face or anything, which is a good thing.
Yes.
But I just thought, how great.
And that's Wow. That's the name of the brand.
The company's called Wow.
Okay, cool. Do you know what I wanted to comment on, because you said about little thin spaces. I don't know how many times I've been walking behind someone who looks so beautiful from the front, like they've done this whole coiffure thing, and it's like, and then this patch at the back of their head, they haven't combed their hair, or it's thinned. They've just had, like, they're older women who have their hair's thinned. And I don't know, I mean, I have a mirror now, and I do check, because not to be vain particularly, but if you're going to spend time looking good at the front, you might as well look good at the back.
It's the same as you wouldn't wear something where your underwear showed when you were walking along. You'd be conscious of that. And we as older women, we are aware. We want to put the best us forward, And I agree, because
that would be perfect product. Just you could just do it at the back there, and
you don't have to be talented or like a hairdresser to do it. I mean, I'm the least talented on hair that is on this planet. So for me to be able to do it, that's why I thought I've got to share this with the community as well, because I thought that this is a really cool thing. All of these things are kind of really cool, interesting things that people might not pick up on, but they might be concerns of theirs, because they've all been concerns of mine. So I'm kind of thinking, really interesting.
I think they're great. And what I'd love you to do for me personally is to write me a little note with all those 6 or so products, because I've been making some notes, and I could always watch the video back. But if you can just let me know, that would be so cool, because I don't think I've seen those products anywhere by anyone.
No, but that's what I'm saying. These are really interesting things. And out there are some really interesting products, and they're answering needs that we have. And I definitely, all of these ones are answering a special need for me. I'm searching for answers for those. And I thought, well, you know what? I'm sure that there are other people out there. And if it isn't right for you, well, I'm sure that we'll find something else. And actually, if the community want to ask me questions of things that they find that are their bugbears or their dilemmas, then please ask Margaret and she'll pass them on to me.
That's a great idea for the next theme. We should do a whole little video series on like bugbears and problems, because I mean, some of the things they've asked about are problems and you've covered them in other videos, but no, I think that's a brilliant idea. And also, if you are watching the video and you've got some ideas of cool, funky products you found, because Ariane's got so much money, she just goes out and buys all this stuff.
No, I wish. No, but I am a selective shopper. What I thought was really good, I mean, most of the things are not outrageously expensive.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, especially this was like $6.99.
Yeah, Avena's a very, very nice brand.
That is crazy, you know.
So then the other one will cost $30, then it kind of balances out. They're $20 each. It's no problem.
It was really, I'm thinking, this is not outrageous. This is, quite nice.
You're so much fun to talk to. Thank you, Ariane, for being here and sharing your Ariane's things that Ariane loves. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. See you. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our 60andMe YouTube channel and also visit our website. We are a strong and dynamic community of women over 60. We're challenging aging stereotypes, and every day we share fascinating stories, interesting questions, and great conversation.